Okay. Opening with don't harass anybody. Don't go harass people, especially not over dumb bullshit like this. I feel like if it was this prevalent when I was a young kid during the early days of the internet, maybe I was just blind to it but now I see. But I feel like a lot of people in this day and age, especially the generation that was unfortunately grew up from like out the womb with a fucking iPad in front of them because they got a bad they drew the short straw, bad roll of the dice. They got parents that fucking sucked at being parents. It happens, man. I'm sorry. Sorry you were raised by an iPad, not your parents. That generation, I feel like they are quick to jump on the internet and and be as fucking cringeworthy as possible. And just say dumb bullshit that maybe they wouldn't have said if they would have stopped and thought for 30 seconds. But anyways, this stupid fucking game, Xenophiles. I got the demo for this sort of because of the titties. Like, I like some titties. Titties is nice, but mostly because I like games like this. Your That's Not My Neighbor, your Papers, Please, your No, I'm Not Human, I think is the name of the other one. So I like those games. But anyways, we got this going on where the dev is like, "Oh, please stop tagging our game as hentai because there's no hentai in the game." Yada yada yada. And then we got this person. This is where our focus is. This person, marketing to teens, do not support. In an announcement posted about the users tagging the game as hentai and sexual content, is said they're trying to keep the rating 16 plus, which wouldn't be a problem if not for the following reasons. The game contains many overt sexual innuendos through dialogue and overt sexual imagery. The commander shows more skin as the game progresses up to a point where she's completely naked, censored, but her boobs are out, and implying heavily she wants to have sex with the player character. That's like the only fair point here, I guess. 2, the name of the game, Xenophiles, is a play on the term xenophiles, making the game inherently sexual content. I don't know what the fuck that means, and neither does anybody else. The main artist of the game creates porn on Twitter, specifically Futanari and Raceplay. So the problem with this one is that you had to go digging for that to know that, because that's not a thing that somebody that goes outside and touches grass like just knows. Like, that's not something that I think anybody should just know. Like, that's not like a normal thing that a normal person can do without having to like do air quotes research, right? Anyways, marketing this as a game for teens is extremely questionable, if not gross. Why not just make it an 18 plus hentai game if it's just going to be sexually provocative anyway? The answer is visibility and money, hopefully. Edit, since it isn't clear enough. In that same announcement post, the dev explicitly states that the game has some lewds in the post, where it was also stated they want a 16 plus rating, while asking people to stop tagging their lewd game as lewd. Make it make sense. Now, whenever somebody like plants their feet firmly on some dumb bullshit and is like, "We need to do this to protect the children," I like recoil, and then I start to really analyze the person and in the political sphere, the movement, because I feel like in the last 10 years, really, anytime somebody was like, "We need to do this for the children," it's usually something either at best misguided, at worst completely heinous and fucked up. But that's not what we're here to talk about. So this guy posts this, right? Whatever. It's his, her, they fucking right to post whatever dumb bullshit they want. That's fine. I don't care. So scroll down a little bit, and then we have our antagonist, I suppose. If this is the protagonist, we have our antagonist. Your first point is valid to a level, since I can't tell for age ratings how much partial nudity you need for mature, even though I think most of it would be fine, besides maybe the lingerie shot and censored shot. I don't know, I'm not a game age rater. But your second and third points don't make sense. Urpak already explained too, but like for 3, a lot of artists make not safe for work on the side of safe for work projects. It's not a crime to do both. Oh, also, since you were bitching about someone else's account being private, again, it's not a sign of some government conspiracy of you calling out this game. Many people just like privacy. If you're wondering what that's about, this person commented, and they said private account input discarded Fed boy, and you are not the guy to be taking the moral stance here. Your featured review on your account is for a game called Amarillo's Butt Slapper, where you have 3,787 hours. Like, goddamn, man, touch some fucking grass. Like, you can claim what you want, but having 157.79 days in a porn game inherently devalues your argument by making you look like a huge degenerate. Like, I think it's a fair argument to a level, but I think you're blowing much of it out of proportion, and you're an astral-sized level hypocrite for spending that much time in a not safe for work game to then go on and complain on another slightly not safe for work game, which I think is fair. But this made me curious, so I was like, okay, I gotta see this. I gotta see their featured review. So I go to their profile, and the first thing I see is currently in game Amarillo's butt slapper. That is what prompted me to make this stupid fucking video. So, what did they have to say about Amarillo's butt slapper? I guess that was that right there, right? Um, is this not gonna work? There we go. Okay, all right, yep. I wanted to get the Xenomorph butt during the Halloween event, but I had no money, so I got a job. Now I have income in the Xenomorph butt as well as all the other butts. Thank you, Mr. Amarillo. Okay. All right. That's it. That's the whole thing. I thought it was really, really funny to pop over here. I came here to see this. I came digging for gold and found diamonds, baby. All right, that's it. That's the end of my dumb bullshit. Like I said, don't harass anybody. Don't harass anybody over dumb bullshit on the internet. Like if somebody is fucking if somebody's the CEO of a company that's trying to build an AI data center next to the Nashville Zoo, I don't know. Legally, I can't tell you to harass that person, but morally, it might be the right thing to do. I'm not your moral compass. I'm not your conscience. But if it's somebody's misguided grandmother that doesn't know jack shit about AI data centers is posting some dumb bullshit on Facebook, leave her alone. Like, just as the examples of when you might be on the morally correct side to harass somebody and when you are not on the morally correct side to harass somebody. Generally, it's not morally correct to harass people. In specific situations, you can get away with it. This is not one of those specific situations. All of that dumb bullshit to say that this is not one of those specific situations. I just thought it was really funny and wanted to share it with the world. Okay, cool. Bye.